Greetings, my fellows. Today I come before you with a video log to talk about Togruta, the latest and very recently released new species available to play with in our favorite game, SWTOR Republic. In this video log, I want to share my feelings, my expectations, my predictions, and the reality after the patch went live. We know that currently, at the time of recording the video, it is Star Wars The Old Republic patch 3.3 during the summer of 2015. We have a lot of new changes. Some of them were very expected, very asked for, and very desperately needed. Some of them were weird and strange. I will talk about that in the last portion of the video. I'm hinting here the incredibly expensive and also very beautiful Yavin 4 stronghold. Let's begin with the Togruta. First, there was a delay. We know Bioware almost never releases things in the aforementioned and promised date or even period. A delay was expected. This time it was just 2 days. Instead of Tuesday, we've received the update on Thursday. We had an incredibly long 12-hour downtime. Thank God I'm a working person, so most of these hours went when I was either sleeping or at work. So I was happy. Let's move on to the Togruta. Specifically, the development period for this species was, I want to say, half a year. We don't know how long the developers have been working since they actually started working with concepts, researching and everything else. But we do know about the existence and the future release of this next new species as a playable one in the game for more than 6 months. I can't go back that much now because I don't remember exactly when I've heard the first rumors. One thing is for sure, it has been a really long time, and for such a long time you would expect something special, right? Well, I have to say the video will be filled with mostly negative energy and negative expressions on my side, because I'm more than a little disappointed with the end result for Togruta. There are some awesome parts. I'm happy about many things, but the downside of the release of 3.3 Togruta is really overwhelming. We are here in the character creation window. You have seen hopefully you have seen my first video a few hours, actually half an hour after the servers went back up. I've explored every single option for the Togruta appearance, both female and male, and I've shared some first-hand opinions there. As I was learning these things in the moment, I was sharing my most primary, most basic feelings and expectations. I've chosen for this time, the Jedi Consular, and yes, I don't have Legacy on this server. That's the Tomb of Freedom Nod, so that's why I have many of these things locked, don't be alarmed. Choosing first to talk about the female again more, this time with a little bit of experience, because I'm recording the video after my second episode of the Togruta playthrough, my Sith Assassin. And I had a chance to see how outfits look, how the class behaves, how the animations behave, and how everything happens around the new design of the new human with an alien head. The body types are absolutely normal, as we would expect. We only have 4 of them available. The head styles are not enough, really. There are some nice, interesting options, but most of them are really boring. The best part, what I would consider one of the best parts about Togruta, is the jewelry options, and we have 7 in total, most of which are the same, once in gold, once in silver. These could have been expanded a lot, and I'm actually expecting those to be expanded in the future with cartel coins, of course. Here is another minus: the whole class is not free for everyone, for no one actually. Even as a subscriber, you will have to still pay 600 cartel coins to unlock it, or buy it off GTN. I'm sure it's already available, although it might be expensive in these first days after the release of the patch. The face patterns are cute and very, very classical. Although, again, just 10 options, come on. We've seen more on other species, and I'm sure that you can come up with more white tattoos. The biggest disappointment, the Montreals. Zooming out so I can show you. There was a discussion about that already on, I believe, Reddit. If you don't follow Reddit, the SWTOR subreddit, you should. It's very useful, and you can see so many and different opinions there with very minimal trolling and downvoting for no reason. Right, so back on the topic for the Montreals. What the hell are these ugly things? They could have altered them a little bit compared to what we have already seen for 3.5, 4 years in the game on the NPCs. This is now a playable character, and it could have been expanded. First, one option with 3 to 4, no more, lengths of the Montreals. Because the length of this, as has been already discussed all over the internet, is about 20, 25-ish years old Togruta character, in this case a female. What if we want an older one? There are options to make the character look a little bit older, although not enough as with the other species. I've talked about that already. But if you see the pictures of Shakti, for example, one of the cut-out characters from the latest Star Wars movie, you will see that the Montreals for what was she 40-something, 45 years old, I believe. The Montreals reach down below to her legs almost, maybe even longer, because I can't remember at the moment very clearly. My point is, these things grow up. Both sides up and down, and these are absolutely static here in the game. They don't move even. When you're moving with the character, when you're jumping, when you're performing special abilities that involve your character being moving around, the Montreals just stay static. They haven't been animated at all. I don't even want to mention the backside, how ugly it looks with most outfits. Thank God not with this one. But if you check my other video, I explored the bounty hunter options there, and even the very most basic default outfit for a bounty hunter during the creation screen made a very annoying clipping option, a clipping moment right here with the neck. This shouldn't happen, especially with the first armor that you see when you start the game, especially if you're a new character. What about the other 500, 2,100, I don't know how many armor pieces we have available. How many of them would clip? How many of them would behave properly? This is just ridiculous. It shouldn't happen. The development cycle was long enough. It's not like everybody or anybody pushed Bioware to release this sooner. They had plenty of time to work on and make it proper. And this is still only on the female character. I don't want to even talk about the male, but I will in a moment. The next option, the Montreal pattern color, is 19. Okay, fine, we have 19 colors, but this isn't really that very important. I'm sure they can come up with more than 19, but I'm also sure that this is not the priority for everybody. The skin color options are exactly the same as the Montreal pattern colors, and these are all fine. The problems with the appearance remain. We look at the character from the back. Yes, I know that Togruta have a very specific headpiece with the Montreals, or I should probably call them tentacles because it's more fun and more easy to pronounce for a person who doesn't speak English well enough, like me. So the tentacles from the back look really ugly, and especially combined with most of the outfits, especially the ones I've tried for my character. She's called Sianka, and she's almost outside of Korriban at this point. The only one that I found matching and actually looking any kind of decent is the most classical Sith Inquisitor outfit, the Oriconian set from the Reputation vendor. This, by the way, is the fat character. She doesn't look very fat, at least in this outfit. The problem remains. It doesn't remain. It grows even bigger when you use the option for the smaller body. The head starts to look enormous, gigantic, and it's again because the Montreals are exactly the same. They are just placed static 3D model without any kind of animation on any type of body and face, and they don't change. This is also why it is recommended to have jewelry, because if you don't have, you can absolutely clearly see like this looks like a hat put on the head of the character. This is like a human head with a hat on top of it. It's not supposed to look like that. I'm sure they could have made a better coalition between these faces, between those two. So let's exit again and I want to show you a little bit. Yeah, I could have exited manually. Let's show you the male option and talk why the male is so ridiculous. Going for Togruta again.
The Jedi way is to serve.
Look at that. Look at him. He looks like a devil. Why wouldn't we have... Okay, if this is static, not animated, not moving, not even length dependent, maybe we could have had a couple, 3, 4 designs of different Montreals, like different hats. How hard would that be? Just design one shorter, one longer, and be done with it. I don't think that should be a problem. Look at this. This guy is the body type 2. What if I make him body type 1? Does that look normal to you? The head is gigantic. It's absolutely disproportional with the rest of the body. Look at that. The head is the same width as this portion of the body here. I don't know. Maybe he is like that on purpose. From the back, it's even more weird, than considering that we look at the character from the top back. It's going to look like a body with a huge, ginormous blob instead of a head. Really, the Montreals are the most important part of the Togruta, and I honestly feel that Bioware let us down with the design of this thing. Not even to mention that the zoom in option does not take under consideration the fact that this guy's head is Togruta's head, and it needs to zoom out a little bit, but the zoom is exactly the same as it always been for 4 years now. Yes, we have updated new icons down below when we're choosing the species, but who cares about that? Once you do that, you will never look again at it, unless you create a new character. The decorations are exactly the same as the female with... Okay, I don't think they are exactly the same. Let's do another check again. 0, that's a... I don't know what color is that. What do you call it? Iron, probably? That's the poor type of jewelry. This should be gold, this should be silver, and this should be silver. And we have another gold and another gold. What is it? 5, 6 options, 3 plus 3, because of the 2 colors. I don't know, we definitely needed more appearance modifications considering the uber long development cycle. Now here is the last issue I want to touch about the character, about the species. What if we go with the previous one that was released exclusively after the launch of the game? This is the Qatar. Just look at the number of options. Body types, we always have 4 for everybody. The number of heads are 9, the scars 11. Complexion is something we don't have at all with the Togrutas. Why? We could have had them. The eye colors is fine, the patterns are 11, and I dare say they look a lot better than the patterns on the Togruta. Yes, I know you can't compare these to those because it's like comparing apples to oranges. We have options of hair, which obviously isn't available, but instead of hair for the Togruta, we could have the Montreal's design. How about instead of having 9 hair designs, we would have 3 or 4, or maybe even at least 3 is enough. Young, adult, and old one for the length of the Montreals. The hair colors is fine, just 10, and the fur color is again only 10. But I dare say this is more worth the 600 cartel coins unlock than Togruta, because they cost the same, but this adds more. I don't know why. You would explain me why, because I'm not exactly sure about myself why I think so, but I definitely do. And before I wrap up the video, I would like to share a couple of thoughts about one of the other bigger disappointments with 3.3. It's the Yavin 4 Stronghold. Such a beautiful thing, such an incredibly expensive thing. How exactly are the players supposed to enjoy this when you gate it with 2.5 million credits unlocked initially? And since I haven't done that, I don't know even how much of it will be unlocked. It's probably the landing area and the first room down in the bigger cave. And then after that, you have unlocks in between, what was it, 400,000 credits up to 3 million credits per room. And we know that some of the rooms are very small. I don't understand that. The pricing with the cartel coins is even more ridiculous. We know that free-to-play and prefer would never be able to buy this with credits, but milking them for 2,000 cartel coins for each room unlock, for a total of what was it, 10, 11, 13,000. That's 11, 13 million credits. It's 20,000 cartel coins to unlock. You know how much that is in real life money? What the hell? How much do people need to spend? And after that, people will want to spend more and more credits and cartel coins for decorations, because there are already new specific decorations for this type of stronghold that are really designed to be placed in there, and they would look awesome. But I can't even dare to think about the possibilities. One of my future videos in the very near future will be exploration of the same Yavin 4 stronghold owned by Rizasha, my friend who allowed me on day one, half an hour after the release, to explore the fully unlocked house he bought. And on the next day, he already had it decorated. He is one of the few people who can allow that, who can afford that. So I actually envy him just a little bit. It's because I'm lazy. It's not because I can't make credits. This is wrapping up. Share your opinions and don't blame me too hard. I'm sure that many of you were expecting more, just like I was, simply because of the long cycle. Like, how many times did I say development cycle? I don't want to bore you anymore. Thank you very much for checking out the video. If you agree with my opinion, share it down in the description, in the comment section. If you don't agree, tell me why. Why do you think this was an awesome update? Why do you think Togruta is the best designed species? And why do you think everybody deserves to play with Togruta for 600 cartel coins and so very limited options? Oh, and of course I have a new website, but I'm still not talking openly about it. You will probably find the link here or there, maybe on this video as well, most likely on Facebook. Bye bye everyone, thank you for watching. Remember, you can find me also on Twitch, Twitter and Facebook. For my non-Star Wars activities, I invite you to subscribe to my second YouTube channel.